Do you want to know the secrets to overcome self-sabotage? If yes, then this is the video for you. Picture this: you have dreams and goals that ignite the fire within you. You can see the vision of what you want so clearly, but somehow you find yourself hitting constant roadblocks and stumbling over your own feet and failing short of your expectations. The impact of self-sabotage on your goals and dreams is profound. It's like having one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brakes, constantly hindering your progress. The thing is, I've been there too. I know the struggle of self-sabotage almost too well. You see, not too long ago, I was in a situation where I had to start all over again. And in that meant kind of going back to my mum's house and literally putting pen to paper and having to plan my whole life out again. And I was having interview after interview after interview, but I wasn't getting any of the jobs. But subconsciously, I didn't want the jobs. The fear of going back out there after years of not having a 9-to-5 job, having to go out there, earn money, go to work 9 to 5 every single day, then return back to Ghana, find myself a new place and start all over again from scratch. It was having me sabotage everything. I would set goals for new business ideas and I'd have an opportunity to start the business and I'd sabotage it. Doubts would creep in and then I'd find excuses not to follow through. And this prevented me from taking the necessary action towards my goals. There's many a times when I've had great business ideas and I've put together the logo, put together a website, done all that great stuff and it's just ready to take off, and then I'd just freeze and I wouldn't take any further action in regards to that business. It would just go down the drain. And that was just like another failed business because I didn't put my all into it. It took me a lot of self-reflection, a lot of growth and dedication, but I managed to break through of the chains of self-sabotage and unleash my true potential. After having so many great opportunities and noticing a pattern of self-sabotage, it took me a moment of self-reflection to realise that I was the one standing in my own way. I was sabotaging my own success. Imagine that, sabotaging your own success. But that's what I was doing. And that's when I decided to take a stand and set myself free from this destructive cycle. I started digging deep and exploring the reasons behind my self-sabotaging behaviours and working on developing self-awareness. Because a lot of the times when we are going through these self-sabotaging episodes in life, it's because we're not self-aware. We're not aware of what we're actually doing, or we're not aware of our thoughts or what's causing these actions. So for me, it's about being self-aware. And once I was self-aware, I could stop myself in my tracks when I started to do it again. Through this process, I got to realise that my self-sabotage was based on the fear of failure and the lack of self-belief. It's like my mind was trying to protect myself from possible disappointment. But by doing so, it was hindering me from reaching my full potential. Armed with this newfound understanding, I started challenging my fears, reframing my thoughts, and taking consistent action towards my goals. And you know what? It worked. I'm telling you, it worked. I started seeing progress and achieving milestones and started experiencing personal success like never before. It was so liberating getting to know what the actual problem was, pinpointing the problem and then dealing with that problem and then overcoming it. It's been an amazing journey and it's still an ongoing journey. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to be like I'm totally healed of self-sabotage, but it's got so much better. So lovely ladies, I want to share this transformative journey with you. In this 3-part episode, we will dive deep into the world of self-sabotage, exploring the strategies, the techniques, and the mindset shifts required to conquer it. But before we start, I need to emphasize the significance of self-awareness. First of all, I want to say this episode is broken up into 3 parts, which are identifying your patterns, breaking the cycle, and sustaining growth. So go and get your drink, go and get your mojito, go and get your water, take a seat and relax because this episode is going to be amazing. So first of all, what we're going to discuss is understanding the underlying reasons behind our self-sabotage. Self-sabotage can manifest in various ways. It can show up as procrastination, where we find ourselves putting off important tasks or delaying our progress. It can also manifest as negative self-talk, where we constantly belittle ourselves and doubt our abilities. It can also be seen as fear of failure, where we become paralysed by the thought of falling short or making mistakes. And let's not forget the infamous self-doubts, where we question our self-worth and constantly second-guess ourselves. But the question is, why do we engage in self-sabotaging behaviours? Well, ladies, self-sabotage often stems from deep-rooted beliefs, past traumas, or even the fear of success. Yeah, you heard right, the fear of success. And you know what? I remember having that as one of my self-sabotaging issues. I remember that being one of my reasons for self-sabotage, being scared of success. There's many times where I found myself wanting success, and when it's coming towards me, I start
thinking, oh my gosh, if I get this much money, what am I going to do? Will it change me? Would I turn into this other person? Will I be the same Naomi? Will I be able to live the same sort of life? And I've kind of just
sabotaged everything because the fear of success. Sometimes we are so scared of success that we will unconsciously hold ourselves back. Self-awareness is a flashlight in the darkness, guiding us towards the moment when self-sabotage arises. It's about recognizing the patterns and the triggers and the self-sabotaging thoughts that hold us back. Through self-reflection and mindfulness, we can start to identify these moments and take back control of our actions. Now let's talk about the benefits of challenging our limiting beliefs. Reframing negative thoughts and replacing self-sabotaging behaviours with empowering actions. When we challenge our limiting beliefs, we open ourselves up to new possibilities as well as new opportunities. We begin to question the stories we've been telling ourselves and break free of the constraints they impose. Reframing negative thoughts is another powerful tool. By shifting our perspective and focusing on positive aspects of the situation, we can change the narrative and fuel our motivation. We can turn self-doubt into self-belief and fear into excitement of what lies ahead. And finally, turning self-sabotaging behaviours into empowering actions is the key to lasting change. It's about taking small intentional steps towards our goals. It's about standing up to fear and pushing through resistance and embracing the growth that comes with stepping outside of our comfort zone. So let's take a moment to reflect on our own self-sabotaging patterns. Are you familiar with procrastination, negative self-talk, self-doubt, or the fear of failure? If yes, take your journal out right now. Take it out right now. I'll wait. Okay. And start writing down and exploring your own personal patterns. Embrace the power of self-awareness and mindfulness as you recognise the moments of self-sabotage arising. So in part 2, we're going to talk about the strategies and techniques to overcome self-sabotage and to replace it with empowering actions. Get ready to rewrite your story and create a future filled with limitless possibilities, breaking the cycle. So we've explored the patterns of self-sabotage and the power of self-awareness. Now it's time to break free of this destructive cycle. It's important to remember that change starts with us. We have the power to take the steps in order to break the cycle of self-sabotage and embrace personal success. Now let's dive into some practical strategies to overcome and break the cycle of self-sabotage forever. The first strategy is to set goals. When we have a vision of what we want to achieve, it becomes easier to stay focused and motivated. Set SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Set goals that align with your values and aspirations. Write them down, visualise them, and take consistent steps towards them every single day. Creating a supportive environment is another crucial aspect. Surround yourself with family, friends, mentors, or a community of like-minded individuals. Seek support from loved ones who believe in your potential and will support you and encourage you on your journey. Remember, you are an average of the people that you surround yourselves with, so pick wisely. Accountability plays a big part in breaking the cycle of self-sabotage. Find yourself an accountability partner or find yourself a support group that shares similar goals and values. Having someone to hold you accountable, celebrate your successes, and offer you constructive feedback will make the world of difference and is necessary. Self-compassion is about treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, even when we stumble and make mistakes. It's recognising that we're human and that growth comes with embracing our imperfections. Cultivate self-compassion by practicing positive self-talk, celebrating your progress, and letting go of self-judgment. I was one to have a lot of negative self-talk, and I've had to learn to try and just switch that round, because I still have it. It's more to do with like playing out scenarios that haven't even happened in my head, and I had to really kind of stop that because it was causing negative things in my life. So what I had to learn to do is, if something negative came up in my mind, I had to switch it to something positive straight away. I had to be self-aware of that, and that's where the self-awareness comes in. Being aware when something negative comes up and being able to switch that thought straight away. Embracing a growth mindset is equally vital. Believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and resilience. View challenges as opportunities to growth rather than obstacles. Embrace the belief that setbacks are temporary, and with the right mindset you can overcome any hurdle on the path to success. So it's time to break free from the chains of self-sabotage. Surround yourself with positive influences and seek support. And hold yourself accountable. Practice self-compassion and forgive yourself for past mistakes. And also embrace a growth mindset that fuels your journey to success. Now it's time for the final part of this episode, and that is sustaining personal growth. Throughout this episode, we have emphasised the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences. As we continue our personal growth journey, it becomes more crucial to seek support from like-minded individuals, support groups, and mentors. These individuals will uplift us, provide guidance, and hold us accountable for our goals. The thing is, sustaining personal growth is not just about outside influence. It's about continuing to practice self-awareness, self-reflection, and self-compassion. We must remain vigilant in recognising self-sabotaging patterns and the triggers that might lead us astray. Continuous self-reflection helps us to keep in line with our goals, values, and purpose. Take a moment to visualise yourself taking part in self-reflection, either journaling or practising mindfulness. These practices are the pillars of self-awareness, helping us stay attuned to our thoughts, emotions, and behaviours. Through self-compassion, we forgive ourselves for any setbacks or mistakes that we've made on our journey, and we embrace our growth with kindness and understanding. It's so important to be kind to yourself and practice self-compassion. I mentioned this in one of my past videos where we will show other people compassion for their mistakes that they made towards us, or mistakes that they've made in their lives, or the hurt that they're going through, but we often don't do the same for ourselves. So practicing self-compassion and self-reflection and forgiving yourself for mistakes that you've made on your journey is really, really important. Very important. And what we need to remember is that the personal growth journey is a journey that we have to be committed to, as well as being patient and having belief in ourselves. We have to remember it's not a quick fix or an overnight transformation. It's going to take time. It's about consistently showing up for ourselves even when nobody else shows up for us. That's what we need to remember. It's about showing up for ourselves and taking small steps towards our goals, as well as being resilient in the face of challenges. So as we conclude this episode of Overcoming Self-Sabotage, I want to remind you of your incredible potential. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to set yourself free from self-sabotage and live an amazing, fulfilled life where you achieve everything that you want. All you need to do is believe in yourself. It's that easy. Just believe in yourself and never underestimate the impact you can have on your own life. And yes, that was how to overcome self-sabotage. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you take away some really useful practices from this video. Comment in the comment box below the experiences that you've had with self-sabotage, and whether it's been in relationships, your personal life, your business life, your work life. Let me know your personal self-sabotage experiences, and let me know if this video has helped you. Don't forget, first and foremost, to love thyself, and don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe to my channel. And one more thing, tell your friends, your family, your mum, your sister, your daughter, your niece, your grandma, your auntie. Tell every woman to come over to this channel and to watch this video, because I'm here for you. And that's it for now. Bye. Mwah.